Today we have a cautionary tale for coaches. Don't let initial impressions cloud your judgment. Hi and welcome to this video log with me, Wayne, from SwimCycleRunCoach. Well, I always try and avoid giving advice to family unless it's specifically asked for. And that's because otherwise you're actually stepping in where your opinion isn't necessarily wanted, and it always sounds like, to family especially, that you're criticising even though you're trying to help. That doesn't help a family relationship, of course. That's especially true of my wife. But the other day, my daughter said to my wife, "When you run, it looks really awkward. It looks like something's happening." And I said, "Well, actually, yeah, and I think something's happening when you're running as well. It seems that everything's just a bit too awkward." And my wife said to me, "Well, do you really think that?" I said, "Yes, I do." She said, "Well, what do you think I should do about it?" I said, "Well, look, I tell you what, go out, have a warm-up, and I'll come out after that." And I did. Now, my initial impressions of her running was that she must be heel striking. Her foot looks to be well out in front, and there's an awkward twist in her body because of it. And that's what I thought I was going to find when I went outside. When I went outside, I took my camera, I took my iPad, and I filmed it. And I'm going to show you what I found. The initial impression we got was of an awkwardness in the running style, of a sort of rocking motion that we assumed was either a heel strike or the hips rotating up and down from side to side. But that's not necessarily the case. As we look at the footfall, we can see that the landing is pretty much knee straight over the foot on both sides, but we've still got something that looks slightly awkward in its delivery. And if you look from the front, we'll see that there doesn't appear to be a rocking of the hips too much. If I draw a line across the screen there and play, even if I slow it down, you can see there's an up and down movement, but there's not so much a rocking side to side movement that I had expected to see. If we draw a line right down by the shoulder, it appears to be because there's a rockingness or rocking motion from forward and back. You see how that shoulder moves to the line and away from the line. And I think that also rotates this hip and the shoulder. So we're rotating round each time. I don't think there's very much of an up and down motion. So we're not moving the hip up and down there. We're literally moving it forward and backwards like that. So instead of saying, no, we need to readjust where your foot's hitting the floor, we can say, no, let's relax back that shoulders, make sure your arms are going forward and backwards and not across your body. So we don't get this roll of the shoulder and roll of the hip. And that will make you more comfortable when you're running. So that's a start of some kind of analysis with my wife, where I hadn't actually been doing that before. But, very cautionary tale, my initial impression was completely wrong. And if I'd have given her advice based on that initial impression, because I don't want to look at her, I don't want to say, oh, you're doing this, you're doing that, it would have been the wrong advice. Cautionary tale for coaches. Okay, see you next week. It's a gorgeous week this week, even though it's a bit cold. Be careful if you're out there cycling this weekend. Keep well. Bye.